UK Family Visa, ILR and Citizenship, 2025 changes and what you need to know. Recently, the UK government published a statement of changes to the immigration rules impacting the skilled worker and other UK visa routes. The statement implements further elements of the proposals set out in the government's white paper, such as the changes impacting skilled workers set to take effect from the 8th of January 2026. In our last video, we broke down these recent changes, and the response to that video was incredible, and we want to thank you for all your engagement. But we noticed a very common and important theme in your comments and email. We were flooded with questions from our community members on the family and spouse visa routes, asking things like, does this mean there are no changes to the family ILR route? What about the spouse visa ILR rules? Are they changing too? I'm on a 5-year route. Should I be worried about 2025? These are vital questions, and the anxiety behind them is completely understandable. Your journey to settlement is one of the most important processes in your life, and any uncertainty can be incredibly stressful. So, in today's video, we will explain to you the current UK ILR and citizenship changes or lack thereof for family and spouse visa holders. We will walk you through the existing rules for settlement and citizenship, and then directly address what the recent announcements and the broader white paper mean for you and your family. We will explain everything you need to know about this. But before we get there, I have a small but very important favor to ask. We've noticed that less than 1% of those viewing our videos are subscribed to the channel. If you find this content valuable, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. It's completely free, and it gives us the motivation and support to continue creating detailed content like this one for you. Your subscription truly makes a difference. Thank you so much. Now, let's get into the crucial details. Alright, to understand what is or isn't changing, we first need to be crystal clear on what the rules are right now. For anyone on a family visa as a partner, spouse, or parent, there are primarily two routes to indefinite leave to remain, or ILR. These are the 5-year route and the 10-year route. The 5-year route is considered the standard path to settlement for those who meet all the immigration rules from the very beginning of their application. Here's how it works. You are initially granted a visa for 2.5 years or 30 months. Towards the end of that period, you apply for an extension, which is granted for another 2.5 years. After completing a total of 5 years or 60 months in the UK on this visa, you become eligible to apply for indefinite leave to remain. Now, the requirements to stay on this route and successfully apply for ILR are strict and must be met at each stay. The key requirements are: the UK sponsor must earn at least £18,600 per year, with higher amounts for non-British children. If relying on savings, £62,500 is needed. You must demonstrate adequate housing without overcrowding or reliance on public funds. English language requirement. Different tests at levels A1, A2 and B1 are required at various stages. You must pass a citizenship test and provide evidence of a genuine partnership, such as joint financial documents. If unable to meet any requirement, particularly the financial one, you may consider the 10-year route instead. The 10-year route is for individuals who cannot meet the 5-year route requirements, but have established a private and family life in the UK, often with a British child. This route allows for leave to remain based on human rights, involving 2.5-year visa extensions. You can apply for indefinite leave to remain ILR only after 10 years of continuous lawful residence, making it a longer and more costly process, but it serves as a crucial safety net for families. Once you obtain ILR, you are no longer under immigration control. You can pursue British citizenship through naturalisation. If married to a British citizen, you can apply immediately after receiving ILR. If not married to one, you must wait at least 12 months after obtaining ILR to apply for citizenship. Okay, so with that foundation of the current rules firmly in place, let's address the big question. What is changing? What did that October 14th statement of changes and the wider immigration white paper say about all of this? Let's start with the recent announcement. The key thing for you to understand is that the statement of changes published on the 14th of October primarily focused on other immigration categories. It provided details on the rollout of the new digital immigration system, adjustments to the skilled worker visa, and changes for other specific work and temporary routes. Crucially, it did not introduce any new rules, changes to the qualification period, or alterations to the core requirements for indefinite leave to remain for those on a family or spouse visa. Let me repeat that because it's the most important point. As of right now, the rules for your ILR journey that we just discussed, the 5-year route, the 10-year route, and the requirements for each have not been changed by that recent announcement. This brings us to the bigger question about the government's long-term plans, often outlined in policy documents or white papers. These papers lay out a government's vision for the future. So, on the specific question of whether the last major immigration white paper mentioned changes to the ILR rules for family and spouse visas, we can give you a clear answer. The answer is that it did not. The white paper laid out a broad vision for the UK's future immigration system, much of which is still being developed. It focused heavily on the points-based system for work visas and the digitisation of the entire immigration process. However, it did not contain specific proposals to alter the 5-year or 10-year settlement routes for partners, spouses, or parents. The fundamental structure of the family route was not a target of the reforms outlined in that paper. However, it's important to note what the government did say. They have consistently stated that the implementation of their new immigration plan will be phased over several years. This means we will see continued updates and further statements of changes over the coming months and years as they fine-tune the system. The changes we saw on October the 14th were just one part of this ongoing process. The government promised continued updates on the white paper rules, and they have begun delivering on that promise, as we saw with the last statement of changes. So while the family route has not been mentioned yet, we cannot be complacent. It is our job here at the channel to monitor every single announcement and to let you know immediately if anything that affects you is proposed. So, to recap and bring it all together for you, the most important takeaway for you today is that, as of the recording of this video, the goalposts for your settlement journey have not moved. Your focus should remain on diligently and carefully meeting the existing requirements for your next visa extension or your eventual ILR application. Keep collecting your evidence, keep saving your payslips, and keep preparing for your English and life in the UK test. We hope this has brought you some clarity and, most importantly, some peace of mind during what we know is a very anxious time. The immigration landscape is always shifting, but for now, your path remains clear. If this video has been helpful, please do give it a thumbs up. It really helps the video reach more people who need to hear this information. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We will be here to break down any future announcements as soon as they happen, so you'll be the first to know. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next video.